Honorable Commissioner, Science and Technology, Gombe State, the Honorable Commissioner, Science and Technology, Katsina State, the representative of Honorable Commissioner, Akwa Ibom State, the representative of DG NABRI, and directors, National Biotechnology Development Agency, staff, other invited guests, gentlemen of the press, you are welcome to this very important occasion, which is a NABDA Day. I would like to make a quick presentation looking at the time that we were given only 1 hour, and 1 hour is about to lapse, and I have 4 directors that are going to make a presentation after my presentation. I would like to start by telling us where NABDA is located, along Airport Road here in Abuja at Luke Bay, and we are adjacent to National Airspace Research Development Agency. NABDA has 34 offices across the nation and 6 centers of excellence. These 34 offices are bioresource centers. It's okay, it's all right. So, you don't have, you don't have, okay. We'll have to find it anyway. Oh, you have it? So I would like to start with economy, since the title involves economy, science, and contribution of science, how to revive the country. I see, that is it. Somebody is controlling the slide and you are controlling your brain, so they go parallel. But I would like to start by introducing the mandate of National Biotechnology Development Agency. To carry out research and development in biotechnology and encourage its application in all relevant sectors of science and technology for the development of the nation. We have 4 strategic areas that NABDA is focused on, where we have industry, environment, medicine, and agriculture. All these are departments under National Biotechnology Development Agency, and I would like to allow the heads of department to come forward and give you a little of what we are doing at the National Biotechnology Development Agency. So, economy. You can remember in early 2020, around February, Nigeria recorded its first case of COVID-19. And looking at the population of Nigeria, around 200 million, Nigeria has to be proactive in curtailing the spread of this deadly virus. And that is why Nigeria has swung into action to adopt a measure that will curtail the spread of this virus. And the first measure, because many countries around the globe has experienced it before coming of the virus into the country. So due to that, the countries that preceded us in having the experience of this virus adopted what is called lockdown and social distances. This social distancing is what we are practicing up to the moment. Lockdown, we have practiced it and we came out of it. And the lockdown include closure of borders within the country and closure of borders that is the boundary with another country. So this has a very great effect, which means there is a price to pay for closure of borders and closing of businesses that exist in the country. All the businesses are closed, everybody is not moving around, so which means there are so many things that will come after, which means the aftermath. So, the lockdown effect. This lockdown effect, the first thing is Nigeria faced with decline in remittances and export demand. If you are exporting commodity outside the country, you expect the inflow of cash. But you are not expecting, so there is no inflow in cash. So as a result, total GDP fell 23% during this lockdown. Household income reduced by a quarter, which is leading to 9 percentage point increase in the national poverty rate. Agri-food system GDP fell by 11%. Eventually, this led to the falling of the country into deep recession. And that is what is bedeviling the country. So now, before going into the real subject matter, let us remind us of three things. Sustainable economic growth has always been a product of three things: politics, science, technology, and innovation, then investment. They work hand in hand. One cannot stand if the other is not available. So all of them has to come together for country to grow economically. And that, say, each and everyone is important. Where we come in here is science, technology, and innovation. Innovation that leads to industrial development. So, have a look at that. Science as a bedrock of development. Many years ago, we can see that while the politics and industry, which means investment, have been constant variable, science and technology has always changed techniques to usher the different technology eras. In any technology era, we see different types of approach using that technology to solve the immediate problem, which I mean, before we were using a giant computer where the size of the computer is like the size of this room. Nowadays, the world has gone far and the world is moving fast. We have the computer, that computer just in your, this is just one example. And that is on and on and on. Anytime you see the development, the country, technology, science and technology will move forward to solve that issue at the moment. So we have the basic technology, basic science, which is physical technology. Physical technology usher investment in automobile, telecommunication, machine-driven industrialization, and so on. For example, chemistry is engaged in deep probe into constituent of matter and making the following investment feasible: drug development and production, improved fertilizer, pesticides, chemical for pens, batteries, automobile devices, automobile additives, fossil fuel and refining, that is crude oil, then chemical energy technology, which is nuclear technology. So these are the contributions of the basic science, and this is what we have in those days and up till now. The basic science at evolve, then it comes closer, it comes together with intermarrying between the basic science. The interface between physics and chemistry share innovative technology which recognize human definition and durability and aesthetics and further expanded investment. These technologies, when you put them one after another and you pull them together, for example, the investment in drug research and production and development of diagnostic machine, the physical and chemical science, drug, then physical development of diagnostics machine, then that also demand for another industry, which is information and software technology, whereby We have automation of the system in the industry. We have computer-aided design. We have communication chips, integrated circuit product. All these, as a result of those basic industry, then another industry evolved, which means the country or the nation will be growing more and more. So countries with competence in these technologies enjoyed huge inflow of investment and huge market for their product. So you can see from basic science to modern technology, it allows the country to develop into growing its economy. So we come to the biotechnology. Biotechnology, when you look at it, at all times it has been continuous, as in all times, there has been a continuous change in technology. And this necessitates changes in investment climate and opportunity. Now we have new wave called biotechnology. And this biotechnology is a combination of biology, chemistry, and engineering. Biology and engineering will give you bioengineering. Chemistry, engineering will give you chemical engineering. Biology and chemistry will give you biochemistry. And when you put three together, it will give you what is called biotechnology. And this is the development of the biotechnology. The biotechnology is now taking mankind beyond ever known depths of understanding chemical and physical basis of life and matter to a molecular basic of creation. So the concept biotechnology evolved with technology advances, where we have from technology process to product, then to economic outcome. So you can see a chain, and you can see how this development is evolving, where it can help develop the economy of the nation. Biotechnology is divided into two. We have traditional biotechnology and modern biotechnology. The traditional biotechnology, you all knew it, where we have the local breeding and the brewing. The modern biotechnology is there. We have genetic engineering, molecular genetics, and tissue culture technology. So with that, we have many applications of this biotechnology. As such, I said we are going to hear from the heads of the departments that we have in NABDA that are taking care of these areas of biotechnology, where investigation is going on in that department to move forward the country towards development economically. We have agriculture, we have health, environment, and industry. In all of these departments, I will allow them to come forward and explain more of what we are doing in National Biotechnology Development Agency. So let me take an example of agriculture to see how this biotechnology can help in building the nation economically. For example, if we have research and development infrastructure, we have equipment, we have laboratory, we have the people that are well-trained in that area, then from there we can develop the technology from the laboratory. When the technology is developed, it is now going to have aspect, a component of it. We have technology transfer, we have intellectual property right, where you can patent your technology that you develop in the laboratory. From there, the technology will have to go under scrutiny, where the biosafety issue come into being. So in agriculture, when you have a crop that you improve using biotechnology, that crop will, after going in scrutiny, under scrutiny using these regulatory agencies, then next is going into what is called varietal release committee. These are also a committee that the nation has formed, which is scrutinizing any product that come out for release in the country. So when it goes into varietal release, when they approve it, Then from there, the farmer will take it. And the farmer will come into using it practically. Using it practically, which means it is going to be planted in the farm, and then the crop is going to be harvested. And then from there, when the farmer harvested his crop, then he will take it to the market. From the market, it will go to industry where they process it, and then the public outreach. From there, when it is being processed in the industry, then you have what is called economic growth, and then you have what is called food security, and you have what is called improvement of that commodity. Improvement can be in any sense, as a resistant to any attack by the disease or pest, or improved nutrition, as the case may be. So development of biotechnology tools can enable plant breeders to be climate smart and resilient, which means, for example, as I told you, we are going to take agriculture, and in that agriculture, we are taking a crop as a sample example for development using biotechnology. The most especially staple crops such as rice, corn, cassava, and others to express such vital micronutrients. So which means when you have those crops, you can actually add nutrients into it. You, apart from being resistant to drought, resistant to pest, resistant to disease, so you can actually add a nutrient into it. And that nutrient, instead of you going and buy supplement from the market or from the pharmacy, then that is embedded into the crop that you buy from the market. Then this can be used technically. This technology can be used technically to improve our immune system. In this era of COVID-19, you can improve it by adding these multivitamins, where the multivitamins can help your body to fight this deadly virus internally so that it will not attack you. Another aspect is that biotechnology allows improvement of dietary supplement with multivitamins, bioactive lipids, flavonoids, herbs, and herbs as such a tool to support human immune system. So that one also can be improved in biotechnology. So what is the success story in NABDA? National Biotechnology Development Agency, in collaboration with other agencies, have come forward to commercialize 2 genetically improved crops. One is beauty cotton. You know how important cotton is in the country. Before, we were having this textile industry in the country, but unfortunately, due to lack of raw material, those textiles industry have already closed. And you can see the impact that we are importing all these clothes that we wear in the country. If we can produce this crop, that is, we can produce cotton in the country, the industry will come back, job opportunities, and along many more value chain will come up, and Nigeria will benefit economically. Cowpea, that is biotechnology, cowpea also has been released in the country for nutritional purpose. Nigeria is already on her way, not to just attaining the food security, but nutrition security through the adaptation of biotechnology. And the federal government, with this, can intensify effort to fund biotechnology in the, using this to fund biotechnology so as it will delve into agriculture where we can promote the economy through this development. So there is, on this cowpea that is released, another thing is that we can look at it economically and find out that by releasing this BT cowpea, it means we are improving the economy. There is a study that is conducted by PBS, that is biosafety program of biosafety, biosafety something. What is the system? Yes, biosafety system. So this study that has been conducted, it shows that the rate of return for investment in BT cowpea cowpea is around 105%, which is very encouraging. And the cowpea benefit to Nigerian farmers, PBR, that is resistant BT cowpea, can generate annual benefit equivalent to $8.6 million for the producers, that is the farmers. And then the consumers can benefit about $5.6 million. This is a study that has been conducted by this integral body worldwide. And this pot borer resistance will have an impact, overall impact on the economy. The average annual net benefit of this pot borer resistant cowpea, 6% of estimated cowpea annual import. That is, there is a reduction of these 6%. And then 1% of Nigerians' cowpea value of production will be realized in the country. Also, the investment rate, as I've told you, is around 105%. And the decline, this one is not something that is to be talked about. The biotech crops can help address challenges that is proposed by the Food and Agricultural Organization and United Nations. United Nations project that there are some challenges that the country will face, but these biotechnology crops, when harvested, when developed, when adopted in the country, will now solve these problems. Population growth, urbanization, climate change, agricultural productivity and innovation, transboundary pests and diseases, nutrition and health, food losses and waste. All these will be solved using BT technology. And the crops that will be developed using biotechnology will challenge this adverse effect that is approaching the country. So, of course, you may not just say you don't hear about people complaining that the biotechnology crops have so many issues. Yes, but it has not been proved using research. It has not been proved scientifically. Ethical concerns emerging from use of technology to manipulate and transform nature. This is a concern, that is an ethical concern. Then perceived human health, environmental and socio-economic risk. Some people perceive that there could be a risk by using these biotechnology crops. Then the gene flow and other environmental concerns, where people think that when you change the gene, the indigenous gene is being lost, and then the synthetic genes will take over, and you don't know what is going to happen in the next 50, 100, 200 years to come. That is the main concern. There is uncertainty about potential of GM technology, but its promises and risks are what people are thinking about. There is promising, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel, but people are skeptical about the risk. These concerns led to the development of what is called biosafety regulation for GM crops. So because of all this apprehension, the country has developed what is called, has formed an agency which will look after all these agitations and make sure this has not come to affect Nigerian population. And apart from that agency, National Biotechnology Development Agency has a role, mandate to advocate people, to let them understand that up till now, there is no any recorded risk associated with BT crops, with BT product. Part of it, the African Agricultural Technology Foundation formed what is called Open Forum for Agriculture. This Open Forum for Agriculture is hosted in Nigeria and is hosted by NABDA. Its main mission is enlightening people about the use and application of GM crop and making sure that people have used it the way it should be, and making sure that people are not really apprehensive to that, because there is no any study that shows that these GM crops are harmful. These GM crops are dangerous. No, up to now there is none. So recently, this picture, we just organized the symposia for media people so that they will come together and we enlighten them how they receive information about science and how they can transmit that information to the public. So this is part of the work of the Open Forum for Agriculture in the country. So it contributes to inform policy or inform decision-making process on matters of agricultural biotechnology. And that is the function of Open Forum of Agriculture. And it is hosted in National Biotechnology Development Agency. In conclusion, Nigeria must invest in biotechnology research in the area of vaccine, drugs development, agriculture, for example, BT soybeans, maize, cotton, and other related BT crops. Nigeria must invest in cleaner environment, must invest in industrial process technology, which all is based on biotechnology. And we have people that are dedicated in the agency for that technology to improve the economy. The country must continue to empower youth and women to participate not only in agriculture, but modern agriculture. Modern agriculture is the answer. Modern agriculture is the way. No country can grow if it does not have indigenous technology. As such, government must provide enough funding for its technology to be developed. If there is no developed technology in the country, indigenous technology in the country cannot grow. And I am happy to hear that the Vice President in his speech, he said that some huge percentage is going to be spared. He mentioned 5% for research and development, which I'm happy to hear that. The government must stimulate private sector into investing in research. That is what you obtain all over the world. We have our research, but we shelve it in the cupboard, and we don't apply it physically into use. And if the private sector can come together with research institutions to see how they can actualize the dream of the researcher to make it, I think that will develop the country and it will boost its economy. The government must provide enabling law that protects the indigenous technology from theft. This is what is happening in the country. To be honest with you, you have your research, and most of us take that research for granted. You have something that is beneficial, and somebody from just China will come and copy that technology. Before you know it, you will see it in the market. I could remember I was in Kano. This, my cap, is handmade. I enter somewhere, I saw a Chinese man handing this over using the Chinese technology there in China. He produced it massively and brought it into the market. So this is a theft of technology. And if we do not recognize our technology, our indigenous technology, the private sector do not come in here to invest in the indigenous technology, I don't think we are moving forward. So Nigeria must encourage that, and Nigeria must protect this indigenous technology from theft. NABDA remains committed to the recovery of Nigerian economy through biotechnology application. In the end, I would like to acknowledge the Honorable Minister of Science and Technology, His Excellency Dr. Ogunaya Onu, for bringing up this Science and Technology Expo and standing firm to see that it is taking place each and every year. This is a great development, and that is why we are here. Without this innovation, we couldn't have been here to come together and showcase what we have as a product of science and technology. And also, the state minister will thank him with the permanent secretary for supporting the cause of this science and technology exposition. I would like to thank my people in NABDA for standing firm to see that they produce something out of the laboratory, that they produce something that can help the country move forward economically and scientifically. And at the end, I said, NABDA, still I repeat, remains committed to the recovery of Nigeria's economy through biotechnology application. This, I would say, thank you very much for listening.